Hello and welcome to episode 125 of WITM, and I apologize if you were trying to watch the stream earlier for it disconnecting. We are going to try again. I went to plug in my controller because the pop-up said that my battery was low, and somehow the Elgato cord got knocked loose or something, so anyways, let's try this again. It is Monday night, which means it is time for Monday Night Raw. And for the first time in quite some time, both WITM members on a brand are going to be involved in the same matchup, as is going to be WITM's The Chosen Warrior Corey taking on WITM's The Premier Talent Dalton Roush, taking on the Ordinary Man Who Does Extraordinary Things Finn Balor, taking on the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal. Corey and Dalton Roush, of course, both looking to end their losing streaks by defeating three other Universal title contenders here tonight on Raw. But before we get into that, Triple H said he is making his personal mission to turn Corey's recent struggles around as a thank you to Corey for what he did at WrestleMania. Of course, Corey at WrestleMania taking over as chairman of the WWE for 24 hours using a chosen one request that was allowed to him via his contract to take over the WWE for 24 hours. He would then save Triple H and the entire Cruiserweight division from being fired when Vince McMahon would have otherwise fired them. And so as a thank you to Corey, Triple H said for every Raw in the month of October, a different WWE superstar from the past or present is going to speak to Corey about different attributes that they use to gain success to try to help Corey turn around. That first man will be on their way to the ring shortly to speak to Corey, but for now, Triple H is in the ring with Corey. What does he have to say?
Behold the King of Kings. All hail, bow down to the King. King in red as he walked from the place where the traitor.
Triple H speaks to Corey. Corey, as promised, as a thank you for everything you did for 205 Live and myself at WrestleMania losing streak, and reawaken that warrior inside of you that has been to the top of the mountain, superstar, some from the past and some from the present, is going to speak to you regarding a different quality, and so, without further ado, allow me to bring out the first superstar.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot off the franchise doing big business, I live this, it's automatic, I win this. So you hear those horns, you finish. A soldier, and I stay up in me, kid. I'm harder than nails, plus I keep it on lock like I'm part of the jail. I'm smarter and stale, competition. I got the whole block wishing they could run with my division, but they gone fishing.
John Cena is going to be the first super streak. What does John Cena have to speak to Corey about? Is that of determination. After all, determination, then you will not go far as a WWE superstar. No, not everyone is going to like you. Heck, for just might be chanting, John Cena sucks, to the beat of my entrance music. Now, many people may look for man. He always kicks out at 2, no matter what, and he's a 16-time world know about hardships or facing obstacles. What also means that I've lost the World Championship 16 times. And each of those on the way right back up to the world title, just like you're trying to do now. But each and one of those 16 times, no matter how bleak things looked, in the world title, I kept three little words in my mind. It's three words that I live by, and those three, no matter the circumstance, keep on grinding, keep on scratching, keep on climbing, work your tail off in and out of the ring. You have the title around your waist again, man, it's all going to be worth it in the end. I promise you. Now, anyone who knows me knows I could soak in the cheers and the boos of these 5 members of the WWE Universe here tonight for ages. But I know the show must go on, and you have a big match tonight to get prepared for. So, I'll sum it all up with this. Keep your chin up. Keep on fighting even when the odds seem insurmountable. And most importantly, never give up.
Your time is up, my time is now. You can't see me, my time is now. It's the franchise where I'm shining now. You can't see me, my time is now. In case you forgot or fell off, I'm still hot, knock your shell off. My money stacked fat, plus I can't turn the swell off. The franchise doing big business, I live
No
this,
rest
it's
for the
automatic.
weary.
I win
On to
this,
the
so
next.
you hear those hooves,
It's
you
every man
finish,
for
a
himself in this
soldier.
fatal
And I
four-way
stay under
matchup.
you fighting.
Alright, so John Cena, the first man trying to speak to Corey in an effort to help him get his career back on track after Corey has followed up his Universal title victory at SummerSlam with a 6-match losing streak, including losing the Universal title and losing an Intercontinental title open challenge, and losing to Kurt Hawkins via countout on main event. But Corey still getting opportunity on Raw. Dalton Roush will also be looking to turn his losing streak around. They'll be taking on 2 other Universal title contenders in Finn Balor and Jinder Mahal. Let's go ahead and get that match loading up.
We have some fatal four-way action coming up.
Alright, so as I said, Dalton Roush and Corey find themselves in similar situations. Dalton Roush, very dominant as a member of the Shield. SmackDown Tag Team Champion, was one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, rather, alongside Roman Reigns. They eventually chose to vacate the title so they could pursue singles careers, and Dalton initially got off to a good start in his return to singles wrestling, getting up to the #1 contendership to Universal title, but since then has struggled, losing a Universal title match against Dean Ambrose, and then losing his next 2 matches as well. He wants to get back on the winning track here tonight by defeating 3 other Universal title contenders. Meanwhile, Corey, as I've mentioned already in this episode, was Universal Champion following SummerSlam, then lost his next 6 matches, including a Universal title defense one day after winning the Universal title to Dean Ambrose. He, too, will be looking to finally get another W in the win column here tonight against 3 other Universal title contenders. Dalton Roush, a man that is responsible for one of his recent losses. Jinder Mahal, a man who has had his number since Corey has come to Raw. And Finn Balor, a man that Corey has had many battles with before, some of them wins and some of them losses. So let's get this matchup underway featuring 2 WITM members. It's the premier talent Dalton Roush versus the modern-day Maharaja Jinder Mahal versus the ordinary man who does extraordinary things Finn Balor versus the chosen warrior Corey. Let's get our matchup underway.
Making his way to the ring, from Punjab, India, weighing in at 238 pounds,
Guys, you can't deny how impressive Jinder Mahal's rise to main event status has been.
And the way he's been able to stay there is what impresses me the most. No one-hit wonder here, Michael.
And I'd also like to add that this match will go a long way in determining the pecking order here in WWE.
Yeah, and he's hoping his stock continues to rise. A loss here, though, would certainly crush those hopes.
This match might very well steal the show, guys.
Yeah, I think you could go so far as to say it has the makings of a match of the year candidate.
I don't think I remember the last time he looked this motivated, guys.
That's a scary thought, Cole. Even before tonight, I don't think I've seen too many superstars more motivated than him.
Gentlemen, it is now time for our fatal four-way match.
And one of these superstars will walk away from here with plenty to brag about, while the other three will likely be wondering what went wrong for them here tonight.
Well, I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match for him here tonight.
Yeah, but you would say that about every match here on the card. such thing as a cakewalk here in the WWE.
Fatal four-way match, guys.
You can say that again, Michael. Given who's involved in this one, a win here tonight could be monumental for one of these superstars.
Coming, Corey, do you like his chances here tonight?
Well, it's hard to beat a person who never gives up. And I can tell you that he has absolutely no quit in him. So yes, I do like his chances.
There's the bell. This fatal four-way matchup is underway. Will either Corey or Dalton Roush be able to pick up a huge victory here and get back in the win column by defeating three other Universal title contenders? Dalton Roush is on the outside fighting Jinder Mahal. Meanwhile, Corey is inside the ring taking on a man he has had many battles with in the past, Finn Balor.
Gentle about that landing.
There's an elbow drop by Balor. Balor was one of the first men that Corey
Great offense by Finn Balor.
had a rivalry with when Corey became part of the main roster in WITM Season 3. And Balor is going to send Corey flying to the outside. Now he turns his attention to either Mahal or Roush, but then turns back around and looks to go back after Corey as Dalton sends Mahal crashing into the steel steps.
Taken down with authority.
Corey with a kick to the back of Balor. Dalton stomping away at Balor now as well, and Corey turns attention to another old rival of his, a man who has had his number since Corey became part of the Raw roster, Jinder Mahal. That was a bit of a glitch, sending Corey back a few feet down the entrance ramp. Now it's Corey and Mahal fighting on the outside with Roush and Balor inside the ring. Corey sends Mahal into the ring. Now all four men inside.
This is some great
A win for either of these four men would go a long way towards perhaps having them be in consideration for the Universal title match at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia in 1 month, where whoever the #1 contender is will become part of that Universal title triple threat that already feature the Universal champion Dean Ambrose and the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar.
usual if he wants to win this match.
Corey recovers and goes after, I'm assuming, Balor. No one said he wants Jinder Mahal.
He's taking a long time to get up, guys.
Corey playing the head of Mahal on the outside.
Not where he wants to be right now.
Now goes after Balor, wants Balor inside the ring. As Dalton on the outside trying to recover.
And he'll likely pay for it here.
Corey has Balor in a fireman's carry position, but Balor reverses into a DDT as Mahal and Roush make their way back inside the ring.
Take cover.
Elbow dropped by Balor.
Butt whooping.
And there's the second one. Meanwhile, Dalton is going to send Jinder Mahal tumbling on the outside. Balor wants to take flight, was targeting Corey, but ends up taking out Dalton instead. Dalton trying to recover. Corey with a reversal on Balor.
It ain't over till it's over.
Balor reverses Corey as Mahal goes for cover on Dalton and broke up immediately by Finn Balor.
Oh, taken down.
Balor with double knees to the head of Mahal, sending him onto the apron. Balor posing for the members of the Balor Club in the WWE Universe. And it's finally going to be WITM member versus WITM member as Dalton goes for a surprise cover on Corey.
There he goes, crashing to the floor.
Now Corey and Dalton fighting it on the outside.
And he lands a nice counter. The clothesline finds the mark. How does Finn
Corey with reversal.
Brutal beatdown. And he goes for the pin. Finn Balor powers the shoulder up.
He can withstand a lot more punishment, I can promise you that.
And can't really see very well what's going on with Corey and Dalton, but looks like it's Corey in control at the moment. And once again, trying to get the WWE Universe behind him is Corey. Can this finally be the match where he turns things around? Could this be the match where Dalton turns things around?
It's like incoming. Wow, missed by
Corey looking for the crossface on Dalton. Crossface locked in. Does Corey finally get back in the win column? Does Dalton suffer a fourth loss? No, Dalton is able to get out of the hole.
Damage might have already been done, Michael.
Corey looking for Russian leg sweep, broken up by Balor as Mahal was on the outside.
Whoops, not even close.
Both Corey and Balor seem to be targeting Dalton at the moment, but Dalton is able to reverse and send Corey into the corner. Does a quick taunt before hitting Corey with a knee to the back. But now it's Balor striking away at Dalton. Meanwhile, Jinder Mahal finally makes his way back into the ring and he targets Corey.
Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are.
Corey is going to be sent to the outside, immediately joined by Mahal, but Balor goes for cover on Dalton, and that's going to be broken up by Mahal.
He's still not moving, guys. He might be out.
Balor trying to get to the top rope, instead kind of running into it.
He misses that. Boom! What impact.
Mahal with a huge knee out of nowhere to Finn Balor.
What are you gonna do now?
Both Dalton and Corey trying to recover at the moment. Good opportunity here for Jinder Mahal.
And he delivers a knee.
It's another knee to the head of Balor. Both Corey and Dalton are back to their feet now.
This might be the end of the
Mahal rather,
Can't get back to his feet.
counting away at the back of Corey. Dalton going for cover on Balor.
But he's running on fumes here.
Balor powers out at 2, and meanwhile Jinder Mahal hits the Colossus on Corey. Goes for cover.
This could be it.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Corey suffers a 7th straight loss, and yet again loses to Jinder Mahal. Dalton will take a no decision in this matchup. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse for Corey. 7th straight loss, and this one coming in a fatal 4-way, and he'll remain at the bottom of the Universal title rankings.
Here is your winner,
An amazing contest comes to a close following a decisive pinfall victory. Wow, I can't believe the amount of punishment that had to be inflicted in order for those shoulders to stay down with a 3 count. And for 3 of these competitors, that is not how they drew this one up.
All right, Corey takes a 7th straight loss. He falls to a record of 8-16, meaning he is now tied with the man who was in last place, Gerald, for 4th place. Both of them at a win percentage now of exactly 1/3, 33.3. Meanwhile, for Dalton Roush, he will remain in 2nd place, now with a record of 9 wins, 5 losses, and 1 no decision. That will technically break his losing streak, taking no decision, as he didn't win but wasn't defeated either. And as I said, in 2nd place with a win percentage of 64.2. Alright, and Raw rolls on. Ember Moon defeated Alicia Fox. Also, prior to our WITM matchup, Natalya picked up a non-title victory over Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss, and the Bella Twins, Nikki and Brie, defeated the Riot Squad, represented by Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. In tag team action, Slater and Rhino pick up a victory over the Revival. That is a non-title victory over the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Revival, for Slater and Rhino. Non-title action, it's Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley versus Universal Champion Dean Ambrose versus No Way Jose, who has exactly no chance of winning this match. And doesn't. He'll take a no decision. Dean Ambrose defeats Bobby Lashley with no decision for No Way Jose. And in the main event, it's just like in the real life main event, it's going to be the Dogs of War defeating the Shield. The Dogs of War, represented by Dolph Ziggler, Andrew McIntyre, defeating the Shield, represented by Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. After this loading screen, of course. Supposedly the loading screens aren't as bad in 2K19, so that'll be nice. Definitely looking forward to moving our universe over to 2K19, hopefully soon. Alright, so starting with the Raw Women, Natalya picked up a victory over Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. Bliss remains champion, but Natalya is #1 contender. The Bella Twins defeated the Riot Squad, so Nikki Bella moves up to #3. Brie Bella moves up to #12. Liv Morgan falls to #12, so Brie Bella moves up another spot to #11. And Sarah Logan falls to #9. Ember Moon defeated Alicia Fox. Ember Moon moves up to #5. And Alicia Fox falls to #8. So the Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss. #1 contender, Natalya. #2, Ruby Riott. #3, Nikki Bella. #4, Bayley. #5, Ember Moon. #6, Mickie James. #7, Ronda Rousey. #8, Alicia Fox. #9, Sarah Logan. #10, Nia Jax. #11, Brie Bella. #12, Liv Morgan. And #13, Dana Brooke. And now the Raw Tag Team rankings. Slater and Rhino defeated the Revival. That is a non-title victory. So Slater and Rhino move up 2 spots to #3. The Revival remain champions. The Dogs of War defeated the Shield. Dogs of War move up to #4. The Shield fall to #2. And so the Revival are Raw Tag Team Champions. #1 contenders, the Ascension. #2, the Shield. #3, Slater and Rhino. Number 4, Dogs of War. Number 5, Titus Worldwide. Number 6, Authors of Pain. Number 7, The B Team. Number 8, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. In the Intercontinental title rankings, Jinder Mahal defeated Corey with no decision for Dalton Roush or Finn Balor. Mahal moves up to number 2. Corey falls to number 12. Dalton remains at number 9 with a no decision, and Balor remains at number 11 with a no decision. Dean Ambrose defeated Bobby Lashley with no decision for No Way Jose. Ambrose is not in these rankings as he is Universal Champion. Lashley remains Intercontinental Champion, suffers no consequences because he's champion. No Way Jose remains at number 7 with a no decision. And so the Intercontinental Champion Bobby Lashley, number 1 contender Baron Corbin, number 2 Jinder Mahal, number 3 Kevin Owens, number 4 Roman Reigns, number 5 Mojo Rawley, number 6 Dolph Ziggler, number 7 No Way Jose, number 8 Mike Kanellis, number 9 Dalton Roush, number 10 Seth Rollins, number 11 Finn Balor, number 12 Corey, number 13 Elias, number 14 Braun Strowman, number 15 Kurt Hawkins, number 16 Tyler Breeze, and number 17 Zack Ryder. In the Universal title rankings, Jinder Mahal defeated Corey with no decision for Dalton Roush or Finn Balor. Jinder Mahal remains number 1 contender. Corey remains at the bottom, number 9. Dalton remains at number 7 with a no decision, and Balor remains at number 8 with a no decision. So your Universal title rankings: the champion Dean Ambrose, number 1 contender Jinder Mahal, number 2 Kevin Owens, number 3 Baron Corbin, number 4 Roman Reigns, number 5 Braun Strowman, number 6 Seth Rollins, number 7 Dalton Roush, number 8 Finn Balor, and number 9 Corey. Now we move on to SmackDown Live. Will we see Gerald in action tomorrow night? He had a week off last week. Will he have another week off, or will we have a Tuesday night stream tomorrow night? Gerald will have another week off. Gerald, he too, similar to Corey and Dalton Roush, has been struggling. And for Gerald, that's unfortunately meant lately not being booked for SmackDown Live. And so we will not have a stream tomorrow night. Our next stream will be Wednesday night for our combined 205 Live and NXT stream, where we should see Andrew Spudstrong in action on 205 Live, looking to recover from the loss of his Cruiserweight title to Lince Dorado at Super Showdown, as well as Ayot Master in action on NXT. I am still going to end the episode here, and rather than simming the card, because I know there's at least one title match on the Real Life SmackDown Live card, so we'll wait and see what else happens in real life before I sim the card. There's also World Cup qualifiers that need to be set up, most likely. So I'm going to end the episode here. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you not miss a single WITM live stream or posting. Check out the links in the description, the first being the WITM website, where you can find out how to become a WITM member for free and get your own custom character with custom entrants, custom promos, custom storylines, etc. And check out the WITM Twitter as well for all the latest news and updates. Be sure to hit that follow button over on Twitter as well. And until our next WITM stream, unless something changes and the card is rebooked and Gerald is on it, there will be no stream tomorrow night. Our next stream will be Wednesday night for Andrew on 205 Live and Ayot Master on NXT. Until then, this is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.